Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. This is Sara and Sara coming at you from not our faces.
Not our faces. Long story short, we haven't recorded a face video. I got very sick. Meaning I just have really bad periods. I got a period. Sarah's been working. So long story short, but
Women are blessed.
I know, but we had
blessing and a curse.
Blessing and a curse. We wanted to kind of talk about the story, but we want to talk about this story, and this is like a major story in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
But it's also one of the reasons why I don't think we've necessarily talked about it, because I'm so confused about the story too. I'm so confused about how it came to where we are right now with the story. Okay, so you'll see what the title. The title's gonna be Tobin and Christen. Expansion draft happened for Racing Louisville, and they were selected. And I think a lot of people were surprised, to say the least.
Shook.
But let's go down the facts first, because there are some facts, and there are what people are saying that they think that is going on. Fact number one is that Tobin and Christen were both selected. Yeah, that's a fact. They were both selected. Fact number two, or it could be fact number one, is that Tobin and Christen were both not protected by their respective teams.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are questioning why. I think the idea that so each team could protect two allocated players, and the Thorns chose to protect Dunn and Lindsay. I don't think most people were surprised that they chose Lindsay, and I don't think they were surprised they chose Crystal, because they had to trade so much to get Crystal. So I think,
but like Tobin's like the face of the team.
Yes, the face of the team.
Like you think Thorns, you think Tobin.
Yeah. And they chose not to protect her. And the reason why they didn't choose to protect her, that's people's guesses. There's no reason why Thorns haven't come out and said we didn't protect her because of this. So it's like that question of why they didn't protect her. Now the question is why. So those are the facts. Let's figure out why. The first thing I've heard, though, is maybe they were kind of salty over the fact that Tobin chose not to play at the Challenge Cup. Then she chose to go to the UK and play in the Super League.
Daddy, chill. Whatever.
That they were salty in that fact that she said, well, she didn't feel comfortable playing at the Challenge Cup, but she ended up going to Europe, where if it was a COVID reason, they thought, well, you don't want.
Well, because America sucks at handling the COVID.
That's kind of true.
Oh my God, that note was wild. Please cut it out.
So, they didn't protect her, and they also maybe decided not to protect her because they didn't know if she was ever going to come back. I mean, that's part of the things.
She was gone for a long time.
Yeah. Not only is she going to be gone, we don't know when she's actually going to come back. They don't know when she's actually going to play again. So, I mean, are those reasons enough for the Thorns to say, we love Tobin, she's the name and the face of our organization, but we don't know if she's ever going to come back? Is that a reason why you would think why they wouldn't choose to protect her?
And because she unfollowed them on Instagram.
Okay, so we're gonna go with that too. So they didn't choose to. They don't know when she's coming back. Let's go into Christen.
Yeah.
We know that the history of the Utah Royals right now is a little bit. It seems like no one really wants to play for them.
History. That's current events, honey.
That's right. I know, current events. So we can see why Christen A wasn't protected, but B, apparently she had made some comments inside the organization saying that she was never going to come back, even if she was or wasn't protected. It didn't matter. She wasn't coming back. I don't know if that is 100%
coming back to the team.
Yeah,
Utah.
She would, even if she wasn't traded or picked, she wasn't going to come back. To none of that is
everything
factual.
That happened, I'd
yeah.
Be like,
so she said, "Do what you want."
That club.
So if you go back to why the Utah didn't protect her, that would be probably one of the reasons why Utah didn't protect Christen. That story isn't too much of a story. I think everyone understood. Christen probably didn't want to go back to Utah. Utah didn't know if she told Utah that, then why protect her? But like I said, the big story, I guess, is the Thorns not protecting Tobin. Do we even know officially why they haven't protected Tobin? No. And those things I brought up are reasons. I mean, they're not going to not protect Crystal because they had to do a lot to get Crystal. So.
Yeah, I was going to say she's a big player and she just came over, so
and
it's not like and Lindsay, Lindsay's huge.
Yeah, and Lindsay's young. You look at Tobin, you think, well, Tobin.
That's true. She's an older player.
Older vet, and Lindsay, you think, well, she's still relatively young in soccer. So
yeah, she graduated high school like yesterday.
She has more years to give. But I think people are thinking, well, why would Thorns want to burn their bridge in a sense? You know what I mean? With Tobin or with the fans. Because if you look at the comments of the Instagram of the Thorns Instagram when it said thank you Tobin after they knew that she had been picked.
Fans came at them.
Fans were not happy. I'm following. I can't believe you do this. How could you do this to the person who made your organization? You know.
So I think it was a bigger decision than just Tobin. Does that make sense? Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, they were looking at long term. They were looking at long term they wanted to win long term. It's not, your organization is not one player. And to put everything on that one player, that almost undervalues the other.
Why do you keep licking your fingers?
Sorry, that almost undervalues the other players. But I think when the fans say, why would you do this to Tobin? You're still treating the person who made your organization and not protecting them. I mean, that's pretty major in the fans' point of view. Okay, so question number 2, why would Racing Louisville choose Tobin and Christen and they don't even know if Tobin and Christen are going to come back from the UK?
I think they're trying to make a statement, and like they're a brand new club. They're trying to get some good household names.
Yes.
Even if they don't play for them.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're
like, we want the hottest names.
We want the biggest name, hottest names. We also want jersey sales. Even if even if they're never play, I'm sure they're going to make jerseys that say Heath Press. And they want those sales. They saw their sales in
the UK, Manchester United. Yeah,
they saw a money making opportunity. Whether that's right or wrong, it's sports. Going back to the Thorns, these decisions, they're sports decisions. This happens in baseball. It happens
money decisions.
Yeah, someone actually told me that in the UK soccer, it doesn't work like this. You have complete control over where you can go, but that's not true in American sports. In baseball, you're traded. You're on the field, and you can actually get traded to another team on the field in baseball. You're on the field. You got traded. The next inning, you don't come out. And I think Sarah's right. I think the idea of the big names, the splash, the jersey sales, the publicity, even if they never play for Louisville, they want.
It's an iconic first move.
Yes.
For them to say, "Hey, we're taking Christen and Tobin."
So I guess that leads us to say, did Christen and Tobin? This is the part I'm confused about. People are upset that Tobin wasn't protected, but A, was Tobin going to come back? And B, the fact that Christen wasn't going to play for Utah again, wouldn't you think that Tobin and Christen would like to be on the same team together?
It seems they're a package deal these days because they keep getting traded everywhere together.
So you would think, I'm just thinking about
that in their contract.
Tobin isn't going to wanted to go. If she wanted to be protected by Thorns, there's no way Christen could have played for the Thorns. There's no space for Christen on the Thorns. Yeah. So the fact that Tobin, even if she went back to the Thorns, there wouldn't be a room for Christen. I mean,
maybe she talked to, maybe this happened. Maybe Tobin talked to the Thorns and was like, or her people talked to the Thorns, right? And were like, yo, can you make room for Christen so we can play in the same city?
I don't think
and they're like, no. And then she's like, okay, bye.
Yeah, I think that there just wasn't, because they have the players that they have, there just wasn't any space for Christen from what I can put together, from what I've read. So you think
you make space.
You make space, you're right. So I would actually think Tobin would be excited for the fact that she could play with Christen in another city. That's where my brain goes to. My brain doesn't go to she's sad about the Thorns.
Yes, but it's like they live. Well, I know they're always moving because they're always moving. Cause, they're soccer players. They're in Portland one day, and then the next day they're in Manchester.
That you would think Tobin would want to play on the same team as you would want to be. They would want to be together.
Yeah, but going from an iconic city to Portland to like Kentucky.
So let's go into the point number 2. There is many people who think Tobin and Christen will never play for Louisville. They think that now that they've been traded together, that they are going to end up staying in the UK and then waiting till Angel City, the 21st, 22nd season. I think this is almost the best. If I was looking at it from the outside looking in, I think Tobin, maybe she just felt like the Thorns didn't do anything other than say, this is the way it is. There's nothing we can do for you. Like, she felt kind of like, because remember when she played the game last Friday against Man United, people said, well, she looked out of sorts. Most people in the comments said one of the reasons why she looked out of sorts was that she's not a Thorn anymore. She's not going to play there. And her emotions were wild because of that, which I could actually see.
If only we could read minds.
I know. Okay.
Psychics, where you at?
So let's talk about, do we actually think she's going to end up going to actually play for Louisville? So I'm reading from an article. I'll put it on the screen. So with everything being said, she's in the UK. Is she going to stay in the UK? Is she not going to stay in the UK? We just don't know if they both are going to stay in the UK for right now. But what it says here. Okay. So in 2022, that's where things get interesting. More expansion is coming to the NWSL for the 2022 season that includes the debut of Angel City FC, a Los Angeles-based team that is backed by a glittering array of female celebrities, including movie star Natalie Portman, Serena Williams, Julie Foudy. So this is what they're thinking.
Might not Angel City FC be interested in launching around a centerpiece pair of exciting attacking players with impeccable resumes and name recognition? And might not Heath and Press, an LA native, by the way, be interested in teaming up and continuing work on their fashion start in Los Angeles? It had many astute observers connecting the dots.
And then, some people are tweeting, nice of Angel City to start building their roster a year early. Some people are saying that the speculation around LA makes sense, but a source is telling me that there's currently no agreement between Louisville and Angel City. So I guess what they're saying is some people think there's already an agreement between Racing City Louisville and Angel City FC, WFC, to say, we're going to pick these players. We don't think they're going to come back. Louisville wants to make money trading them their rights once they officially come back. Mm-hmm. So they think, a lot of people think they're not even going to end up playing for Louisville. We don't know, though.
Probably not. I don't know.
We don't know.
You
know what I mean? I think because if you look at it, they have a house there. Tobin and Christen, or they both have a house. Tobin for sure has a house or apartment. And I don't know if Christen officially has bought property. That's not really important. We know Tobin is. So is Tobin upset? Tobin made these real estate deals before Angel City FC was even a team. Mm-hmm. So for some people saying, she wanted to retire there, she wanted to have her whole career be in Portland, that might be true, but that was before Angel City came to be a team.
Yeah, I think Angel City is going to become like the most popular
you would think
team in the league or something, so they're gonna want like the best pick.
But because they're saying Alex Morgan wants to go there too, because she's an LA native as well as Christen Press.
I mean, they're gonna have a great team if they're picking the hottest players.
Yeah, and people would want to be there because of that reason.
Yeah, and LA, ritzy, celebrities.
I know, right? Well, they're celebrities too,
famous.
So I guess the question right now is, are they gonna actually play in Louisville? And 3 questions. Are they going to actually play in Louisville and come back? Meaning, are they going to stay in UK longer? Are they going to extend their contract? Are they going to play another season?
Christen and Tobin, please answer in the comments down below.
And I guess number 2 is Tobin upset? Is Tobin mad? Like I said, she owns a house there. And Sara mentioned it earlier. She unfollowed the Thorns from Instagram. So you'd say, well,
literally like, who's Sara?
So you would say that makes sense. She is not playing there anymore, but she still follows PSG, who she used to play for.
I thought that was the diaper company.
No, she still follows them. So is she upset? Is she hurt? I think it's more than being upset. Is she hurt? Does she feel like the Thorns kind of just threw? Because from everything I can put together, the Thorns let her go for $75,000.
Wow. That's some money right there.
But it could have been more. That's what they're saying. And also there has been reports saying Tobin and Christen knew this was coming. There wasn't a surprise to them. And the fact that they maybe could have worked something out, I was reading, I don't know about that, but they knew it was coming. And like I said, Christen she wasn't going back to Utah. It didn't look like there was, maybe like you're saying, maybe they could have figured out a place for Christen on the Thorns. And the Thorns said, no, absolutely not. There isn't space. So this was like the best case scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, so I guess the question is,
you stressed about this?
Well, it's just like, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't have a lot to say at first, because it was so confusing. Like the whole thing is very confusing to me, at least.
You know what? The whole of 2020 is confusing.
Yeah.
Find me a more confusing year.
I know.
You won't.
I know. So
what is happening? What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mamas.
So wrapping it up, we don't even really have an opinion. Just, do we think Tobin's upset? I think she's hurt. Just, she was the name and the face of the team, and that's it. No more. But that's the way sports go, too. That's another thing. That's the way, especially in America, that's the way sports are, Yeah. And it wasn't her choice, and it's hard. And number 2 is, do we think they're actually going to play in Louisville? I don't know.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, exactly.
Think?
What do you guys think? Do we actually think she's going to play in Louisville? I think it's a complete win for Louisville. People say, well, why would they pick him if they're not even going to play? But like Sara said, it's like promotion, jersey sales, just recognition. You have the two most famous soccer players in the world on your team now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's all for recognition. And will they end up in Angel City? And is that their ultimate goal? People are putting this idea that this is their goal. They have never said that. So why?
Well, Christen's from California, right?
SoCal, yeah.
And I don't know. My thing is, who wouldn't want to be in LA? But you guys don't want to be in LA. East, is it East? No, West. You guys don't want to be in LA or anywhere west of the I-5 when the big quake happens.
That's true.
I was reading an article from like 2015.
The big one's coming.
Yeah, the big one, I forgot what they called it, but the big earthquake, anything west of I-5 is going to be, this is what scientists say, is going to be...
in the ocean, in the Pacific.
Yeah, blown up, but not blown up, earthquakes don't blow things up, but, it's going to be destroyed. So...
don't go there.
Go the other
East
way.
of the
Go
I-5.
east of the I-5 and you'll maybe be a little fine.
The city I grew up in, I told Sara this, the I-5 practically went right through the middle of the city, so half my city would be off the edge. What do you guys think? Do you guys have thoughts and opinions about this? We're so confused about just what it means. What does this mean? And we don't know.
Yeah, let's have a good conversation about it in the comments.
What do you guys think? There's other stories coming up. Like I said, I got sick. You guys understand in the comment section people understand the comment section when sometimes when certain people get really bad periods, I get them very bad. Sara knows. So
would you like to go into details for everybody?
I slept for 18 hours, Sara, because I
gotta go.
So does anyone else get bad periods like I do? I get them so bad. Questions, comments down below. Tell us things that we don't know about this, because like I said, this is new to Sara and I. I don't even understand all these parts of the conversation practically. But so interesting. We are excited to see what happens in the future.
All right, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
We'll talk to you guys later. Okay.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.